The new SHROOMIE pet might be absolutely broken in Roblox Grow a Garden right now. You need to use this pet right now and use this exact method to make a bunch of money. With that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. But before that, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, we're trying to get to 400k, so please just hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into this. So the new fairy update part 2 is out, and along with this, guys, we got a brand new enchanted chest. And inside of this enchanted chest, we have a new pet. In fact, we have 3 new pets inside of the chest itself. We have the Cardinal, we have the SHROOMIE, and we have the Phoenix. Now look, to be completely real with you guys, the Cardinal and the Phoenix are kind of mid. Their abilities honestly are not that interesting, but the one pet that caught my attention in this update is the SHROOMIE, because this thing has a pretty unique ability. Because as you guys can see, the SHROOMIE, which is a 14% chance to get from the enchanted chest, makes all nearby plants within a 25 stud area have an increase of 0.006 times size bonus for every fungus type plant in your garden. Maximum plants you can have is 300. Now you might say a 0.006 times money multiplier is absolutely atrocious, that's horrible. But once again, this depends on how many of these plants you actually have in your garden. And that is exactly what we are going to be abusing in today's video. So first things first, what you guys need to do is get yourself a bunch of these enchanted chests. This is going to be step number 1. These chests are not too difficult to get. They are a little bit grindy, but you can use my method to get these really quickly. So method number 1, you can simply go ahead and craft these. To craft these chests, you are going to need a sunball plant, which is like super easy to get. Enchanted seed packs and the enchanted eggs could be quite difficult. Fairy points, honestly guys, not that difficult to get, 6,000 fairy points. But yeah, these two are going to be quite difficult to get, but if you guys already have a bunch of them saved up since the entire update came out like last week or something, you should be good, bro. You can go ahead and craft a bunch of these, but of course, crafting takes time. Crafting is quite slow, so I wouldn't really recommend crafting it. You can craft it if you want to, but honestly guys, it's better to not do the crafting method. It's better to, in fact, buy this chest from the NPC inside of the fairy world. So yeah, I honestly recommend you guys to just go ahead and get a bunch of these enchanted chests from the shop inside of the fairy shop. Once again, I can't show you guys this shop because the stupid portal only spawns in every single hour, but I think most of you already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, try and farm as many of these as you physically can. Get yourself at least 8 of these SHROOMIEs right over here, and I'll tell you guys exactly why. Now, step number 2 is a little bit more difficult, but you are gonna need 300 random fungus type plants, and now this is where things get a little bit difficult. If you guys don't have any fungus type plants in your inventory, by the way, if you don't know what a fungus type plant is, you can just go into your garden guide right here, go into plants, and as you guys can see here, you can just go ahead and type in fungus. Okay, maybe not. We don't have a fungus trait in the game. Wow, I literally did not even know that, bro. Okay, yeah, we literally don't even have a fungus trait in the game, but I know a mushroom is a fungus because we all know a mushroom is a fungus, right? So basically, what you want to do is get 300 mushrooms at least. If you guys have any other mushroom-like plant, you can also use it. But simply, guys, you want to go ahead, go to the seed shop right here and buy 300 mushroom seeds. Now, yeah, this is going to be the most difficult part about this entire video. I know. But guys, check this out. I have 135 mushroom seeds. And basically how I got this is by just sitting here and clicking. You can get yourself an auto clicker and just click here overnight and you will be able to get yourself at least a few hundred mushroom seeds. These come in stock pretty often in my opinion, so it might take you a little bit of time, guys, but yeah, this is definitely worth it. So make sure you guys go ahead and get yourself as many of those mushroom seeds as you possibly can. Once again, we are gonna need at least 300 of them. You're gonna have to get at least 300 mushroom seeds. Once again, not an easy task, but you are gonna have to do it. If you have any other seed that is a mushroom, as I mentioned before, such as something like the glow shroom, check this out, guys. I have a bunch of glow shroom seeds too, so I can also use those as a substitute for the mushroom seed. If I did not have the mushroom seed, that's what I meant. But yeah, once again, this is gonna be the most difficult part about this entire video. But now you might be wondering, why the hell am I asking you guys to get yourself 300 mushroom seeds? Well, once again, as you guys saw here, you get a bonus for every fungus type plant you have in your garden, maximum of 300. So if we actually go ahead, in theory, get ourselves 300 mushroom type plants, multiply that by 0.006 times, because that's how much the money multiplier or the bonus is. As you guys can see right over here, that's the size bonus. So we're gonna multiply that by 300. You are gonna get a size bonus from one shroomy of 1.8. Yes, 1.8 times, meaning your plant is going to be almost 1.8 times larger than it normally would be without a mushroom, or sorry, without a shroomy pet. Now you might just say, this is quite similar to something like the mooncat method, but just infinitely better. Because number one, you don't actually need the mooncat to sleep in a specific spot for this to work. No, it's a 25 stud radius, which actually is quite large. So each of these little squares, guys, is a stud. So if we go ahead and count this out, yeah, it's like, bro, it's like this. This is what 25 studs is. So if, for example, your pet is here, it's going to affect all of this area. It's absolutely insane, guys. Way better than something like the mooncat. Additionally, if you go ahead and get yourself even more shroomy pets, 8 to be specific, because that is how many you can have active in your garden, this 1.8 times multiplier is actually going to increase to a whopping 14.4 times money multiplier. It's absolutely insane. So imagine if you have a plant like this one right over here. You know what? Actually, no, I'll show you guys something pretty cool. So here we have a regular bone blossom. I mean, I wouldn't say regular, but it's quite a large bone blossom. I did use a few sprinkler methods on it. As you guys can see, the size of this thing is about 27 or 28 kgs. Meaning, if we go ahead and use our shroomies on this thing, or if we use shroomies on this thing to grow it, which is going to be 28 kilos multiplied by 14.4. This thing would be 400 kgs, guys. Insane. And it's a completely different story if you guys get even luckier and get a mega bone blossom. Guys, I'm telling you, the shroomy method might be absolutely broken. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this. And look, in theory, it should work. I'm just not sure if they have any hidden mechanics that kind of nerf the ability of the shroomy. Once again, it does work with the mooncat, guys. People are using the mooncat method all the time. This still has not been nerfed, by the way. Jandal has said he's gonna keep this in the game. But the mooncat only gives you guys a times 1.5 money multiplier. Oh, sorry, size multiplier. God, I've been saying money multiplier. You know what I mean. Size multiplier of 1.5. Meaning, even if you have max mooncats inside of your garden, you are only gonna get a 12 times size bonus, not a 14.4 times size bonus. So if you guys have mooncats, you can use them too. But once again, you have to hope and pray that the mooncat is actually going to sleep in a specific spot, aka on top of your plant. Whereas with the shroomy, you don't actually need to worry about that. All you need to worry about is well, having a bunch of freaking mushrooms in your garden. Like 300 mushrooms to be specific. It's quite a lot, I know, but this thing is literally the best pet to actually get the largest fruits in the entire game right now. It's crazy insane, guys. So yeah, I recommend you guys to use this method before it is gone, because I feel like there is going to be some sort of silent nerf on this. But let me know what you guys think about this. If you know any other methods, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, drop a like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 400k. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.